Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games. But first, we need to reveal our dad joke of the day. Starting a new week, Monday, June 9th. I searched for a lighter on Amazon, but all I could find were 6,000 matches. I searched for a lighter on Amazon, but all I could find were 6,000 matches. I don't know. Is that just a joke about Amazon's listings? I actually don't get that one. Maybe someone can explain. All right. Well, our count is at 118. I'd like to thank Susan Stoner, who joined as a new member. I hope you enjoy as the early access tier. I hope you enjoy your new early access benefits. And if you do watch my Wordle videos, be sure to comment with what your starting word to add to the wheel is. All right. Well, let's if you're paying attention very closely, you'll notice that the number is lower. I did lose an enthusiast. Sometimes it's a payment issue. Sometimes someone just can't afford it anymore or doesn't watch me anymore. Whatever the reason, I only want you to be a member if you can afford to do so and you still want to be one. So hopefully some new perks coming soon in the future. The more people that sign up, the more perks that I can really give to people because there's more people to share it between. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got print, genus, ring, book, family, slid, order, save, reserve, paste, goo crew. The goo crew sounds like something from like old Nickelodeon shows. Mazing, request, syndicate or syndicate, quit. Interesting. So syndicate would be like a kind of like an organ it's an organization, but it usually has the connotation of being I don't know if it has to, but I usually hear it with the connotation of it being like a criminal organization, like a syndicate, usually in video games and stuff, right? But maybe that's a real thing. Tracy, I think crew would go with that, but also syndicate, like a show can be in syndication, which means that like Star Trek was in syndication, for example, Star Trek Next Gen. And so that means that any network could buy and pick it up for local broadcast. And also that you could just keep playing whatever episodes you wanted whenever. I don't know if there's another definition of that, but is this like amazing? Is it like missing a letter? Is it supposed to be amazing? So is it like good? So like words for something being good, for lack of a better word, but missing a letter. So like good, amazing. I'm wearing purple, so I'm going to try for reverse rainbow today if I can. So this sounds very purpley to me. So what else means like, I don't know, great, but missing a letter? Good, amazing, awesome, maybe. Do we have somehow awesome missing a letter? I don't think syndicate is. Okay, print. I don't see it. Genius. Genius is missing a letter. Okay. Ring. No, I mean, it could be like bring or something like that, but I don't see how that would work. Book. Family. Slid seems like a good contender, but I don't see it. Like slide. But no. Order. Save. Reserve. Paste. Crew. Request. Oh, what's the fourth one? Darn it. Crew could be screw. Let's see. Crew could be screw, but that doesn't really help. Quit. No, I missed it. Okay, amazing, good, genius. Not great. Wonderful. I don't know. It's hard to think of. I think I have to just go through these again. Print, ring, bring, ring. No, I don't see it. Book. I want it. I want some of the short ones to be it, but let's see. Family. I just don't see it. Maybe I should look for. I'm going to circle these, and I'm going to look for. I'm going to make it purple too, because I think it's purple. I'm going to look for other categories, which may help narrow this down. Okay, deselect. So print. What would print go with? Because I'm pretty sure print is not a word for great with a missing letter. So paste and print are both kind of menu options, maybe. Save, print, paste, and quit are all kind of like, I don't know. Print, save, and quit tend to be in the file menu. Paste is in the edit menu usually, but I don't know. I don't know if they're being that specific. I'm not seeing another one. This could be green or yellow. I'm going to guess green for now. I don't think it's going to be blue. So we'll just circle that as green for now. It's kind of a very bright neon green, isn't it? All right, so I think that's a category of just like menu options, things you do to a document. So what about ring? I don't think ring is going to be missing a letter for. Okay, so ring, like a ring on your finger, or just like a shape in general. Or you could ring someone up. You can call them. You can ring them. I'm not sure. I'm seeing request and order, which seem like similar ideas. Reserve, request, order, and book. This could be yellow. I'm going to have a tough time deciding yellow, green, but I don't have to decide yet. But I think this is either yellow or green as well. This is just synonyms, though. So I would put this as yellow, but they've been sometimes putting that as the green, even if the yellow is not synonyms. But to reserve it, to request it, to order it, to book it, this is just kind of like to ahead of time. Oh, like a ring and a syndicate and a crew and a family would be like family as in like a mob family, right? These would be like criminal organizations, and that's probably blue. Although they're kind of synonymy too, so I don't know. This is going to be really tough to reverse rainbow, but that means slid is somehow missing a letter to mean great. Slide. Family, ring, cruising. I don't see how slid would go with any of the other ones, so what letter are we missing here? Slind, sloid, slade, solid. I think it's solid. Okay, so we're gonna lock in purple here for sure. Spelling bee ranks minus a letter. All right. How are my circles doing? I'm missing one of each up here. So yeah, this just got completely ruined by the reordering. All right, we'll just clear this out. So do I think that family, ring, crew, and syndicate is going to be blue? Or is it going to be the options in the file menu? Okay, I'm going to go with the heuristic, and I'm probably wrong. But the heuristic is synonyms that are nouns, not just any nouns, but synonyms that are nouns should be yellow, meaning this should be yellow. Synonyms that are verbs then would be the green. And then I'm going to do paste, save, quit, and print because they aren't synonyms at all. They're related from some higher level idea, which is that they're all things you can do to a document. No, that was yellow. So yeah, what do I know? So then I think that family, syndicate, crew, and where is it? Ring should be green, but it's probably blue. Okay, so not a reverse rainbow today, but this was hard to tell. Like what would they color what? I can kind of see the reasoning. Like this is a fairly obvious connection, but they're not synonyms. I feel like synonyms should always be the most obvious connection, but that's me. I would always make synonyms more obvious in terms of connection than. But they seem to be building in a bit more of what they think is more difficult, which isn't supposed to be what the colors mean, but I don't know. Maybe it's their game, but I don't know. It's been very hard to find the colors. And then this synonym is verbs, so that should be less obvious than synonyms. But I think they're thinking that these are not as well known to be synonyms, like crime organization. Maybe they're not really synonyms. They're all just different kinds of organizations of crime. I don't know. Anyway, I probably could have predicted the correct order, to be honest. instead of going with the heuristic. Oh well. I mean, I think I did well today. I also don't think it was purple was very purpling, but I figured it out, which I'm pretty proud of. But you can get the other ones. I don't know. Maybe you don't know the crime organizations. So you could be down to blue and purple and being completely lost, like 100% lost. So I'm going to give it a 3 for that reason. They might give it much lower. Let's see. Interesting. What does this have to do with anything? A B with hexagons and... Okay. Looks like Pac-Man almost. They give it a 2.5. Let's check the bot. We have 245,000 games in, and we're at 74% solve rate. So yeah, not too hard today. But making no mistakes is not that. I mean, it's less common than losing. Which is interesting stat there. A lot of people making one mistake. I wonder what that one mistake is. 1 in 372 for my ordering. So that's kind of common. 7% getting purple first. So yeah, I guess seeing mazing kind of gives it away, huh? Cool. Yeah. So the crime organization is going to be the least common besides purple. It's not really in order of like green and yellow are swapped for first. Interesting. These catch up, but purple still stays as a low percentage. People who lost just lost. Interesting. We have 8% getting nothing, and then another 10% getting only yellow, green, another 5% getting only one of each, one of yellow or green. So interesting. Okay. So yeah, people who lost were down to blue, either down to everything or down to blue purple, it seems like. Genus going with family. Okay. Trying to like collective stuff. Yeah. Maybe the initial thought was let's put genus and family together because they are both part of the animal, or not the animal kingdom, but the taxonomy groups. And then trying to think what else would go with that, but that doesn't really work because genus and family don't have 2 more, so you can't just try to make that work. Book, save, reserve, request, set aside. Yeah, save makes sense for that. I think I'd already figured out save had to go with the menu options though. Genus, family, order, syndicate. Okay, putting order in. Yeah, so genus, family, order, and then wondering what the heck the 4th one is what a lot of these mistakes are. Okay. And then groups of stuff. Oh, order can be a crime group. I like the order of whatever. The order of the foot. I don't know. Is that what they're called? Anyway, what are people confidently locking in first? Yellow, green, putting genus in with crime groups. Okay. Purple first with no mistakes first is 4%, which is a lower percentage than people who got purple first. Interesting. So some people made one of these mistakes first and then got purple. Interesting. All right. Cool. Not much else to see here. How'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Flower that sounds like a parental nickname. I don't know. Savvy. Birthplace of Buddhism. Is that India? Stretches outside of a party. Stretches outside of a party. Button next to select on all Nintendo controllers. Start. Beach buckets. Aren't they just called buckets? Huh. Take responsibility for something. Own to? Own. Is it like own up? I don't know. I feel like it starts with own, but own it maybe? Take responsibility? Own it? Okay. Lakshmi of Top Chef. Don't know. Previous. Previous. Before. Ingredient that makes bread rise. Yeast. Flower. That sounds like parental nickname. Mommy? Poppy? Oh, Poppy. Poppy. Savvy. I don't know. Can I get this down? Beach buckets. Pails. Pails. Okay. So what is this? Savvy. You're savvy. You're knowledgeable. You're... Huh. I don't know. What about this down? Lakshmi. Previous. Prior. Aware. You're savvy. You're aware. Interesting. Stretches outside of a party. Limos. Stretch limos. I get it now. I don't know if I would have thought of that on its own. So we have Poppy, Aware, India, Limo, Start, Pails, Own It, Padma, Lakshmi, Padma. All right, prior and yeast. All right, well, how'd you do? Two strands. Today's theme is what you see isn't what you get. Interesting. What would fall into that category? What you see isn't what you get. Are we talking about like magicians, or like magic shows? Like someone's being I don't know. What's the right word for that? I'm gonna look for words around the edges because I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for here. We've got fade. We've got Gadif. I don't know. Calmag. Scam. Okay. Kid. Ilu. Muff. I don't really see anything. Co something? Caller? Callas. What you see isn't what you get. What's this V doing? Rev something? Reeve something? I am not sure. I think I have to start trying words. So I saw fade here, which I don't think is going to be right. It is not. Deaf. What you see isn't what you get. What does that mean? I don't know. Close. I think I need a hint to get started. Scam. Mask. I was like, is it somehow scam but with a K? Like are we like spelling words wrong so it's homophones? But no, this is just mask. So if someone's wearing a mask, it's what you see isn't what they actually are. So I don't know, guard. Oops, guard is U first. UA. Huh. AFFLE. Like what else besides a mask? Like is it like costume? Costume might make sense, or like a cowl, or like what was something to hide your identity, right? Or are we a little bit more generic than that? I don't know. What's this AFFE doing, or AFFLE? Affle. It doesn't have to be, but sometimes looking at what goes around a word you just found can be very helpful. I don't know. So besides a mask, what are people using to hide their identity? Ski mask. We've got I don't know, some kind of hat, or costume, or uniform. Coast. I have no idea. I may just need to find more words and do another hint. Dane. No? What else is mask? Like are we dressing up as other people? Are we hiding our identity? Are we just in a costume? I'm trying to find costume. There's a lot of COSs, a lot of COs, but no costume. In fact, T is quite rare. Is this the only T? Yeah, it's not next to a U. So costume, let's give up on. We have COS here though, also. Dress up, or cover, maybe cover. I don't know. How about rose and cove? Oh, here's cover. Okay, so cover was here. All right. So it's around the same lines of what I'm thinking. So we have UIET here. Quiet? No. Net. Deft. I don't know. What's this U doing? It's got to go around the corner somehow, right? Guys? No, not guys. I thought that. Oh, disguise, probably. Disguise. Okay, so we've got a disguise, cover, mask. So what is our spanogram? We're getting a little limited on what it can be. So AKFRONT. Front? Maybe just front on its own? No. So something front could be our spanogram. We have cafe. I don't know why cafe would be it, but let's get another word in case we need a hint. Front. I don't know. I don't know what would go before front. Maybe not then. Still have this AFFLE. I don't know what I'm doing with. May have nothing to do with anything, but cool. Huh. Assuming front is a thing, what are we doing in these two columns here? Muaf, cat, fac. I'm looking. Edag, edeg, legade. Oof. We have double L here. Mall, small, call. I don't know. Like, what would call do? Call. I think I need another hint. Fall, falls, calls. Clam. Huh. Clam. Dressing as a clam. What else is there? Disguise, cover, mask, shadow. All right, another hint. Cloak. Cloak. It's like cloak and dagger. So we have LSEFRONT. False front. False front. Okay, and it's a question mark. That's fun. Camouflage. No, how do you spell camouflage? There you go. Has that U in it. And then face somehow. Facade. Okay. I don't know. That was so hard. I should have thought of camouflage. I don't know if I'd been able to spell camouflage, but I should have thought of it. Yeah, this AFFLE wasn't a thing, unfortunately. All right. We had a question mark. False front. All right. I don't know why I struggled so much with that, but I did. All right. Well, anyway, those are the games for this video. I hope you enjoyed them. You can watch Wordle if you'd like to. You can just kind of click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the videos I made today. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.